Hello, everyone. What is going on? James here, and welcome back to the podcast. Today, I come at you with, well, it's meant to be three of us, but Liam's eating his dinner, and I don't know what the hell George is doing. George has probably gone to sleep or something, I don't know. Yeah, so it's just me for now. Hopefully, Liam joins later. And yeah, anyway, let's get into this. So it is Spider-Man No Way Home. I probably should have put that in the title instead of just No Way Home, but you all know what No Way Home is. You're all in the loop. You're not over 70 years old, most of you is right. You've heard of No Way Home. You can just say a title of any Marvel film and you know it straight away, don't you? Civil War, Hulk, Captain Marvel. Actually, I bet not many people have been like, oh, damn, never heard of that one. What? What are you talking about, Captain Marvel? What? But everyone knows Spider-Man. Like, come on, get with it. But anyway, so let's just start talking about the film then. So overall, I'm just going to say my overall thoughts. I did enjoy it quite a lot, to be honest. I can't believe the budget was like 200 million. At box office, it's made 1.3 billion. Amazing. I mean, there was so much hype for this film because there was a lot of that. Oh, yeah, Professor Goat was here minutes ago saying it's almost time. So, yeah. But the thing is, right, there was just a crap ton of hype for this because obviously it's the first Spider Man Phase 4 film. Because I know the No Way Home took Far From Home took place after Endgame, but it was still like the end of Phase 3, wasn't it? So yeah, that was a really cool thing as well. It was quite a long film as well, and it was just interesting because I know in What If there's all this multiverse jargon, but in the actual MCU, and I feel like in big franchise films in general, we don't really look at multiverse things when it comes to live action. So this was a really cool thing because you got to remember, like all this multiverse nonsense. I know there's been stuff around about it before, but it's like I feel like they got that inspiration from Ed Bound. Now, I'm not being biased towards Ed Bound or trying to, just because he's a amazing brick film, I'm not just trying to suck up to him or anything. I'm being genuinely serious. I think they took some inspiration from that because the Sonyverse brick film was just absolutely top banter. And I'm sure maybe in some animated TV shows, I mean, in a lot of animated TV shows in general, there has been multiverse things, but I feel like in Marvel animated TV shows, there has to be a few multiverse things. I know we have Into the Spider Verse, which was probably a massive inspiration. Actually, to be fair, Into the Spider Verse probably inspired Ed to make what he made. So with the Into the Sonyverse, well, I guess you can tell in the title, can't you? So yeah, I guess that was a bit of a odd point from me. But the thing is, that was sort of like more of a comicky film, with Miles and Gwen as Spider Man, and I mean Spider Woman, and all that other jazz. The Pig Spider Man, the Peter Parker from the other universe who got a bit fat. All that sort of jazz. But yeah, let's get into this then. So the film starts off with straight after the events of No Way Home. I mean, why do I always get every single Spider-Man film in recent years? It's just home in the title, isn't it? It's just ridiculous. It may well No Way Home and Far From Home. I just keep getting them mixed up. Homecoming easy, but No Way Home, Far From Home. They're pretty much the same bloody film, aren't they? Well, not story wise, but title wise. Anyway, so we start off straight after Jameson has ruined Spider-Man's reputation with the mixing up what Mysterio said. So he's ruined Spider-Man's reputation. Spider-Man's swinging around. He's like, shit, everyone knows who I am. Oh, God. And it's not just what I like about it, because in the trailer, it looks like, oh, shit, everyone's shitting on Spider-Man. They're all going to hate him. But in reality, it's split into two. It's divided. There's the people who think Spider-Man's the best. He's the best. He'd never do this. All the good stuff he did. Blah 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 blah. And then there's people who are on the other side being like, no, you shouldn't be a vigilante. Oh, he killed Mysterio. He killed Mysterio. Blah 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 blah. And both sides don't really treat him how he enjoys being treated. He just wants to be treated like a regular guy, doesn't he? And all the people that love him are worshipping him and just treating him like he's some next level. They're treating him like he's not human, or they're treating him like he's the biggest celebrity in the world, like, or maybe even better than the biggest celebrity in the world. They treat him next level, and two of them were like, "Oh, bigging up Spider Man," but the other teacher, he was like, "Oh no, I'm not a fan of you," blah blah. And then someone's like, "Oh, he's a conspiracy theorist," and all that jazz. Very interesting stuff right there. Because I originally, a part of me thought, oh, it's just gonna be, oh, everyone hates Spider Man. But I like the way they did it. They split it into two camps for Spider Man against Spider Man, and Peter Parker's not happy with either of them, is he? He just wants to be treated like a regular guy. That's all he wants. Also, um, there are more like for the first, because the thing is, right, in previous Spider-Man films people have been like, oh man, you know there's no repercussions for Tom Holland's Spider-Man. There's absolutely no repercussions. In the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man films, when he stopped being Spider-Man, there was repercussions. When he did this, there was repercussions. Like, throw all of that out the window, man, because in this one there is loads of repercussions for things he does. A crap ton of things. Obviously, I'll go into spoiler territory with these reviews. There was like loads of repercussions. For example, him wanting to save all the villains pretty much cost, Spider Man. It pretty much cost him everything. If he had just listened, to Strange in the first place and not interfered with the spell, everything would be fine by now. But other villains from other universes come, and then Strange is like, yeah, they're gonna die soon, man. And then he's like, no, 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 we've got to save them. We've got to save them. And this costs him pretty much everything. He goes right into the crapper by the end of it because he thought he was doing the right thing. And he's saving a load of villains who next level can't help themselves. The right thing. I mean, yeah, because like they can't help themselves. I mean, you know, Peter's life would pretty much be fine right now if he just not interfered with the spell. But it'd be a boring film if he just said, "All right, Strange, I agree with you. Send them back." Willem Dafoe does an amazing job at acting like the Goblin, acting like himself. 1 minute you feel so sorry for this guy because he's like, "Oh, there's no Oscorp. Oh no!" And he's like, "Oh, what's this universe?" He seems like a lost old man. But then as soon as the Goblin takes over, you absolutely despise this guy. And the biggest consequences are Aunt May dies, and the way that scene where she dies is absolute utter perfection. So the way she dies is like she Peter's about to be strangled by the Goblin, or he's being strangled by the Goblin. But like, yeah, he's being strangled by the Goblin. Then Aunt May comes in, and the hoverboard hits her and knocks her down, and and then the Goblin goes away, and then he she's up at first and she's like, oh, I'm okay, and then goes down, and then she's gradually dying, and it's just like, damn. And Happy Hogan comes in, tries to help Peter, and he's like, go get out of here. I know the cops probably weren't going to shoot him, but you never know, they could have shot him because he was getting in. Well, the SWAT team, they probably would have just got around his car. Point being, he gave Peter time to get away. The villains were also improved drastically in this film as well. Doc Ock, actually, no, to be fair, they sort of ruined him with poking loads of jokes at him, and him being, I know it was in the trailer, but him sort of being the first villain that they fight, and he wasn't really in the film that much. I'm not saying they ruined him, but he could have been better. Goblin was better than ever, though. Absolute star of the show. Sandman was just sort of like, oh, hey, remember me, bro? How's it going? Hey. And it's like, hold on, but at what point in Spider-Man 3 is this? Because why would he be like, hey, Spider-Man, how's it going? Because for all he knows, what happened in that universe could have been very similar to what happened in his universe. So if this is after he like sands away in Spider-Man 3, why is he buddy with Spider-Man? And if this is a different type, I don't know, maybe he's from a totally different universe where him and Spider-Man were friends. I don't know, but it's not really explained. It's just sort of, he's just suddenly like, oh, hello. It's like, what? Just seems a bit odd. Yeah, he was just sort of there in the background. The most Jamie Foxx was way better in this one though. He was just brilliant as Electro in this. He seemed genuinely intimidating in this one. He had a few funny moments here and there, but he was really intimidating. Um, yeah, he just seemed like way more of a threat in this one. While in the previous one, he just sort of seemed like a joke, and he's poked at quite a lot. I know in Spider-Man films there is a comedy element, but I'm not particularly a massive. I don't know. Like a villain is meant to be intimidating. You can have jokes here and there, but if they're meant to be, and it's a serious film, and they're meant to be the antagonist, they're like the final boss. There. Oh no, okay. Technically the final boss was bloody Goblin, but yeah, um, and bloody what's his name, Doctor Connors Lizard. He was pretty much just thrown away. He was just there for the sake of it, just along for the ride. So that's a bit of a weak point of the film. But yeah, so pretty much Peter's like, "Yo, Strange, do this for me." He's like, "All right," messes with the spell, rips the universe, well, tears the universe a new hole, pretty much. Oh yeah, I was going to say another consequence. Sorry, I totally rambled on forever. Another consequence of his actions was that everyone forgets who he is. So he's pretty much isolated and next level alone. And it's just like, damn, this dude's he's pretty much given up absolutely everything. I know at the end it's for the universe, but he pretty much gave up his whole entire, like, okay, let's see how it goes in Spider-Man 4. But he's pretty much given up absolutely everything just to save a few villains. And it's like, damn, sad days. But that's why we care so much about Spider-Man, and we really want to see how it's going to unravel in Spider-Man 4 in X amount of years, and what he's doing with his life and how things are going and all that jazz. So, yes, it will unravel in an interesting manner, most probably. But yeah, what else is good about the film? The fight scenes are pretty cool. Oh yeah, but anyway, let's get back to the actual story itself. So where were we? Yes, Strange changes everything. He fights Doc Ock. At first, one of the repercussions of him, well, of all the Mysterio nonsense was that him, MJ, and Ned can't get into any colleges. And it's sad, really, just because they're associated with Spider-Man, even though Spider-Man was doing the right thing and doing good. Even though they're just associated with him, they're not allowed to go to colleges, and it's just sad, really. So he goes on that bridge and he tries to convince this lady who decides who gets into the colleges to let Ned and MJ in. And then he saves her and showcases next level heroism. And she's like, yeah, I'm letting you in there, mate. I'm letting you in there, bro. Definitely. Yeah. And then obviously he comes in at first, and then Goblin comes in as well. It's pretty cool when Doc Ock is like, oh, Norman Osborn, genius, but then he went mad and died. And then he's like, what? And then obviously later on, Norman Osborn finds out, not Norman Osborn, sorry, Dr. Otto Octavius finds out that he dies. And he's like, damn. All these villains' fates are predetermined no matter what they do. Well, they know where they're going to end up, which is a shame, really. But it's interesting how in this suit, because usually, superhero films, it's like Iron Man versus the Big Lebowski, or Iron Man versus that Russian dude with whips, or I can't remember if he was Russian or not. The dude with the whips and that weird businessman. Or Iron Man 3, another weird businessman. And who was the other villain in that as well? Was it a businessman? I can't even remember that film that well. I know there was this weird villains who could create fire with themselves. Very strange. Obviously in Captain America, it's Hydra there, the enemies. And point is, hold on. Here we go from Professor Goat. Awesome. I don't consider myself a Spider-Man fan, but I quite enjoyed the character dynamics here. The multiverse stuff only works if you don't think about it at all. Very contrived, but still very enjoyable. Yeah, those are some fair comments right there. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can't think about multiverse stuff too much. I suppose the only thing to think about is, well, that there's an infinite amount of universes. That's that, isn't it? There's an infinite amount of universes, and that's that. You know, it's like time travel. If you think about it too much, it just goes round in circles because there's just like a billion plot holes, isn't there? So it's just really, really difficult to keep track of any of that jazz. But yeah, so where were we? Yep, he finds out about how he has to basically that they're all going to die, and the fight between him and Strange is really, really cool in between dimensions, and Strange spends Strange is like, I spent 12 hours hanging over the Grand Canyon, and it's like, oh no, it's more like I spent 12 hours hanging over the Grand Canyon. No, I can't do a Strange voice that well, sadly. But yeah, he spent 12 hours hanging over the Grand Canyon, sadly. Anyway, so that's Strange out of the picture, and they're trying to save the villains and turn them back. I think with Jamie Foxx, wasn't it, that they were going to overload his electricity thing on his chest or something, or Norman Osborn was going to get injected. Otto Octavius was going to be, I don't know. Oh yeah, they got the thing out of his neck. That was it. It seems a bit weird that he ran off and didn't show up till the end. I really, really would have loved to have seen him stick around to help more. But I suppose the guy who plays him, what's his name, Alfred something, he's like nearly 70, maybe he couldn't be asked. Or maybe they couldn't fit him in because obviously we needed a lot of Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. They come in a very cool way because Ned does this thing. And I thought, oh shit, please be Andrew Garfield. This will be so cool. It is Andrew Garfield. Hey! And then Tobey Maguire comes in and you're like, hey, and Andrew Garfield having to improve himself to Zendaya. Absolutely hilarious. Peak banter right there. Very funny. What else was really cool about it? Oh yeah, and Tobey Maguire rolling up, that was alright as well. Andrew Garfield, when he redeemed himself catching Zendaya, that hit hard, man. Sorry, catching MJ, that hit really hard. I was like, damn, he did it. He did it. He redeemed himself. Catcher. What a legend. The scene was done really well because you think, oh, Tom Holland's going to miss and she's going to fall. No. And then Andrew Garfield comes in, saves the day. Love it. Yeah, you call that a belch? You can do better than that. Yeah, so I do try and keep my mouth shut with a lot of the belches, but they just come out while I'm talking. And I think, you know what, I can't be asked. It sort of disrupts my flow when I go like, I sort of like have a 2-second delay. While when I burp, I can continue the conversation like a Barney Gumball. But I'll try and from The Simpsons, but I'll try and keep it more on track. Honestly, I don't usually like doing podcasts on my own, but George, I don't know, is asleep and Liam's eating his dinner. So yeah, quite a shame. Don't know what's happening there. Because there's no explanation. George knew when the bloody podcast was. He knew exactly when the podcast was. So but I can't be too pissed. You know, if he's tired or busy, then he's Liam's here! Yes, the man of the hour! Hey! How's
Hello.
it going? This is the gaming channel.
Yes, all right. Thanks. How about you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I've babbled on about like the film for a while. Oh, next time, just let it rip. Yep, I'll just burp as loud as possible. But Mr. Liam is here. Hey. So yeah, I've been babbling on about the film for like however long this stream has been going on for. Professor Goat put huzzah! So do you have much you want to say about it, Liam?
I was going to say first though, where's George?
I don't know, man. What I'm guessing is that he's just gone to sleep or something because he put in the group chat that he was up at 4 a.m. watching TikTok. So he must have just gone to sleep. It's a shame because George is babbling on him and he feels really ill. Oh, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, I was going to say, he said that, didn't he?
He said he feels really, really ill. So actually, fair play if he's gone to sleep. I did say to him, like, you know, there's a billion more reviews we've got coming up. So don't worry about it, man. And he was like, no, I want to show up for this one. And I was like, all right, your choice. But yeah. Anyway, I've been babbling on about the film for 17 minutes. So do you want to give some of your takes on the film? And all that jazz.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was good. It's a bit weird actually because I feel like I need to watch it again. That's the thing. I mean, like I say, it was good, but I don't know. I mean, like I say, it was special as well because all of the because all three Spider-Men were in it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing is as well though is that I feel like I missed some certain bits of dialogue that were important and plot points, but that was down to I don't know. I feel like at times I was losing focus and just like people talking in the cinema as well, which is a bit annoying. But yeah,
Yeah,
that was
that
a
can be
bit
difficult.
yeah, it was a bit unfortunate. But yeah, so I feel like in a sense to get a better experience, I need to watch it again. But I mean, based off my first viewing, I suppose I'd probably give it an 8.5 out of 10. But I feel like I need to watch it again, and I'll probably be able to enjoy it more and take more in and so on. You know.
That's fair. Well, I'll just continue babbling on about what I was babbling on about then. So, what point did I get to? Yeah, he's trying to cure all the villains, and then chaos ensues, and they're all jumping all over the place, terrorizing the city. Obviously, I mentioned the stuff with, how Aunt May died. That was sad. I mentioned how Peter Parker pretty much sacrificed everything earlier, which was a real shame for everyone. And the end is just next level bittersweet, and it's making you really wonder. It's making you root for Peter Parker, the Tom Holland Spider-Man, and it's making you wonder where they're going to go with the next Spider-Man MCU installment. So that should be interesting.
Yeah, they did make some interesting decisions, like you say, like killing off Aunt May, because I didn't know for sure whether they were going to kill her off or not, or whether she might come back. But now I guess she's gone now. So I suppose in this case, Aunt May's dead instead because spoilers again. Let's say for the other Spider-Man films, Uncle Ben gets killed. But
yeah, I was gutted that they killed
yeah.
off Martin Sheen, Uncle Ben, because Martin Sheen is an absolutely fantastic actor. In Apocalypse Now and The Departed, and he was good in Catch Me If You Can. And he was even okay in the one episode of Two and a Half Men he was in. And obviously, he was good. He was probably the best part of the Amazing Spider-Man. But I guess Uncle Ben has to die, doesn't he? Sadly, so the first Amazing Spider-Man film. I didn't find those two films that good personally.
I have to admit, I prefer the Tobey Maguire ones.
Yeah,
I mean, I still think like the. Well, I thought the first Amazing Spider-Man was probably decent. I thought maybe 7.5 out of 10, and then the second one. To be fair, I did enjoy the second one, but I suppose I can understand why perhaps it wasn't received as well, and you could argue it's maybe a little bit messy in places, but I did enjoy it. But yeah, I think overall I do prefer the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man films to the Andrew Garfield ones.
Yeah, same. Pardon me. But yeah, so I pretty much babbled on about the film for like 20 minutes now. I can't think of a lot else I've got to say really, apart from the after credits. We get Venom. The Venom scene's okay. But then I don't like after credits just being a trailer to a new show. I just think that's saff.
Well, they've done that before, not many times, but yeah, well, no, it was a trailer for Doctor Strange too, isn't it? Multiverse of Madness.
Oh, was it? I thought it was a Doctor Strange show. Oh.
No. I'm pretty sure it's for the film because I think it's coming out this year, isn't it? It might be in a few months or so.
Well, I don't like advertising at the end of credits. I'd rather that just be a separate thing, like every film trailer.
Yeah. I mean, I'm fine with that, but I guess
I'll tell you.
Fair enough.
I mean, I wasn't like, oh man, this trailer's so cool. I was thinking, I've sat in the cinema for a fucking trailer. Just put it on YouTube, you lazy bastards. Bloody hell. It's like imagine in the I know this is a mental comparison, but imagine in the DW14 fan series, I just put a trailer to one of my things at the end of it. Like a spin-off. It'd be like, what? Like, well, I know there's no after credit scenes, but it just seems a bit shoehorned in, you know, in my opinion.
I guess. I mean, it's linked to No Way Home, but it's coming off the back of that for Doctor Strange, isn't it? But
I would have just preferred another credit scene, you know, like something else. Stand out.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I suppose it was interesting as well, the plot and how I suppose essentially the main villain ended up being Green Goblin, didn't it?
He was the final boss, yeah.
Because of his bad side taking over. And then yeah, like I said, there were some cool fight scenes as well, like the fight scene with Spider-Man and Doctor Strange, and Spider-Man getting the better of Strange. And then that fight scene between Spider-Man and Green Goblin as well.
And when Strange had Peter Parker out of his body and he couldn't grab that thing off Peter and it was moving.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
The Spidey senses tingling. So
yeah. But yeah, the thing is, what I'm wondering is because I said before about how I feel like I missed some plot points and important bits of dialogue, but you know, at the end when Doctor Strange is doing that spell or whatever with that box or whatever it is, and Peter's saying about, I don't know, he's saying about like, or he wants Doctor Strange to do the spell, or including the spell that no one will know. Well, everyone will forget who he is and whatever. Did he say a bit more than that, Peter Parker? I can't remember, or why he ended up saying that. I don't know.
I think well, in the spell, everyone would have to forget who he is to reverse the spell. I think that's all it came down to. And yeah, I can't think of anything else, to be honest.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably have to have a look and yeah, but
I think Strange was like, "Call me Boo." No, he said, "Call me Stephen."
Oh yeah, because earlier on he got mad with Peter and said it's didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, no, yeah, I think at first he said it's Doctor because he called him Sir, and then he said it's Sir because he was mad with him, and then it came full circle and went back to it's Stephen or whatever. But yeah.
I haven't really got a lot else to say about the film, to be honest. I'll probably just give it like an 8.8 out of 10. What the thing is, if we reviewed all the Marvel films again, I think my ratings would change. So it is better than a lot of Marvel. Actually, no. I'll give it probably a 9.2. Actually, forget the 8.8. 9.2 out of 10, in my opinion.
Well, I think I need to watch it again, to be fair. And I might, and then as a result, I might give it a higher score. Yeah, but I suppose also they basically included all the Spider-Man villains from the Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield films, didn't they? Apart from Venom, because that was Topher Grace, and then of course it seems like they're going to bring in Tom Hardy's Venom instead. Yeah, they include all, and of course they didn't. They included Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin rather than the one who played Green Goblin in Amazing Spider-Man 2, because he was only in that film, and Willem Dafoe was in all three Tobey Maguire Spider-Man films, wasn't he? You know, he was quite an important character.
Spider-Man 2 and 3, didn't he?
Well, he was sort of
in the mirror, wasn't he? In the mirror.
Yeah. It's quite interesting, that was, yeah. And
you can't do this to me.
Yeah.
When he's in the room when they shut him down.
Yeah. So he's quite an important character there. But yeah, like I said, they included all of them. I mean, they even included, because I didn't know for sure whether Sandman was going to be in it, but he was, you know, Sandman from Spider-Man 3. So that was nice as well. But yeah, that was good. And I suppose I don't know, actually. No, I was going to say, because Electro ended up sort of being one of the sort of main antagonists as well, I guess. Yeah, with and Doc Ock sort of. Well, he sort of like turned good, didn't he? At one point, and had a little chat with Tobey Maguire, which was nice. Oh, and then there was because I don't know whether because George put a voice message in the Doctor Who chat, and he said about how he said he watched the part where Andrew Garfield saves MJ.
Yeah, that was brilliant. That hit hard.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, it happened quicker, but I suppose it didn't matter. It would because there was stuff going on. But yeah, because George had said in his message about how that was emotional or whatever, especially as he likes the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man a lot. Yeah, that was good. That was good. And then I guess Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, they spoke briefly about where their characters went after those films as well, which was interesting because Tobey Maguire, he said that he and MJ made it work.
Yeah, which is really nice.
Which is nice to hear, yeah, because I suppose because at the end of Spider-Man 3, Tobey Maguire, he goes into the place where MJ is working, and then like they take each other's hand, and I think they just hug, and that's it. And it's sort of like you don't know where that relationship ended up, do you? It's sort of like
it was up in the air, wasn't it? Because they were going to do a Spider-Man 4, but
yeah.
When they made it, they probably thought everyone's going to love this. This will be brilliant. Emo Peter Parker, it's of the times, hooray! And then everyone was probably livid in the cinema. We don't want 3 villains. We don't want this weird Eddie Brock Venom. This weird version of Eddie Brock. We don't want a billion villains. Sandman's boring. The amnesia storyline's silly. Peter Parker's stupid in it. Even though I personally don't find the film that bad.
Yeah, like I say, I liked it, but yeah, there's a lot going on, like I say, compared to the first two, and there's a lot packed in.
I can see why they didn't do a Spider-Man 4 is what I mean, though, because as much as I'd say it's just a smidge below average, Spider-Man 3, not as bad as people make it out to be, but in my opinion, not good because, well, that's another video for another time. Why I don't think it's that good.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that when we review those Spider-Man films, won't we? But yeah, anyway, like I said, it was interesting how they were talking about where the characters went after. He said that him and MJ made it work, and Andrew Garfield said that after Gwen Stacy died, he sort of he went on a bit of a rage, didn't he, or something like that. I don't know. I mean, you didn't see that in Amazing Spider-Man 2 after she died because there was that criminal who was at the start who was broken out by, and he was just facing off against him, and presumably he apprehended him again. But yeah, that was interesting as well. And then, yeah,
I guess that's why, because Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man isn't really on the right track. It sounds like his life ain't perfect. That's why it means so much that he redeemed him. Well, that he was not redeemed himself because it's not his fault that he couldn't get to MJ on time. It's because Harry Osborn was being an absolute prick. But the fact that he was able to rescue MJ in No Way Home, that's why him being like his life being uncertain in his universe, it's so satisfying that he was able to rescue her, and that's why it hit so hard because it meant so much to him, and it was probably still winding him up to this day and making him feel really down. So that's why it meant so much, and that's why it hit hard. But if he said, "Oh, my life's perfect, I moved on, got a wife and kids," you'd sort of still feel happy for him that he rescued her, but it wouldn't hit as hard,
True. Yeah. I was trying to think of what else I could say. Yeah, like I say, they went to dark places in the film as well. Sort of like I said before about how they killed off Aunt May, and then in the end, it was bittersweet, like you said, about how it ended up being that. Well, it ended up happening that everyone would forget who Peter is, who he was, or whatever.
It's quite dark, really, because he was involved with the Avengers and everything. So, like, all that stuff is wiped away, and he's pretty much got to start his life all over again. Not just as Spider-Man, as Peter Parker, because no one knows him, and it's like, whoa,
I know it's pretty crazy. Yeah, it's kind of sad, really. But
Sorry, I got it wrong. It was Gwen Stacy had to save in Amazing Spider-Man 2. It wasn't
it
MJ.
was, yeah. But it was still the same, same
Yeah, it
sort
was
of
the
thing.
same. It still hit hard.
Yeah. And then, yes, I suppose as well, the final shot is him running along that building as in the suit, isn't it? I think it's a new suit, is it? It might be a new suit, Spider-Man suit. I think that was the final shot, and yeah,
Can't remember off the top of my head.
No, but yeah, I think it might have been. Don't know, but yeah, but that was interesting. And actually, as well, that reminds me, something I thought was cool as well was at the start when Spider-Man's fighting Dr. Octopus, he has, of course, he's using the Iron Spider suit, and he has those things, those like extra limbs or extra things that he can use. I don't know, like he has them as well. Whereas while Doc Ock's got all of the arms, all of the tentacles, and he's got the I don't know what to call them, but he's able to use them to like defend against Doc Ock. So it sort of levels the playing field a bit in that sense.
Yeah, the mini octopus leg things.
Yeah, like the spider legs or whatever. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think. If there's anything else?
I think we can wrap the Spider-Man review up there, unless you've got something you really want to mention.
Not really, no. I don't think. Not.
No. Well, the next thing I want to move on. It was originally going to be the Impossible Quiz, but as George isn't here, and Ben, had to take care. I didn't mention that Ben was going to show up, but I thought I'd mention now. Ben was meant to show up, but he's just got something going on, so yeah. Anyway, so we're going to do a Spider-Man quiz instead.
Cool.
And Mr. Liam. So
that's cool. Yeah, looking forward to this.
And I've got a new segment planned as well that me and Liam are going to do. I think I called it like
you said that. Yeah, you did. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So that'll be a good segment where we have to basically it will just be us. Well, I'll get into it once we get to it. So Liam will probably be doing 99.999999999% of the work. Oh, it's pizza time. Pizza.
Yeah, pizza delivery boy. Yeah.
Pizza time.
As well. Yeah.
If you played the video game, you will have definitely got that one. Yeah. Which comedian voice? Oh,
I don't know. I haven't seen Into the Spider-Verse yet. I still need to watch it.
Oh no.
Well, it might not be. I don't know. Hopefully, there won't be anything really spoilery in there.
No. I mean, because I don't know if you don't know the answer. I've seen this, but I don't know.
1 minute. What's the character again? If you go up,
it's like a pig. Spider-Man.
I mean, like, what's it? Spider Ham. So it seems like a comedic character based off that. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Is John Mulaney? I can't. Is he a bit comedic? I'm not sure. I don't know for sure.
It could be any of them. I'm going to go for the. Oh, you're right, Liam. For God's sake. You haven't even. I should just go with you when I don't know. Oh, damn it.
So Andrew got a right email. Yeah, he was different to Tom McGuire, wasn't he? Yeah. To these hobbies did he have which he'd never really done before?
Which one? Skateboarding.
Yes. Yeah, I think I do remember with the skateboard. Yeah, don't remember the other two.
Hey. I was talking on about this, but I can't.
Oh God! Oh damn!
Get up and drive that.
Yeah, I feel like it might be James Brown, but I don't know.
But it wasn't Boogie Wonderland. That would have been hilarious. A Boogie Wonderland!
No. If it goes like that, it definitely wasn't that then.
Imagine if it was that. It has to be either Walk On By
or that.
I think it's this one by James Brown.
Yeah. So I'm thinking. Yes.
Yes, Liam.
What's named AI? Oh,
are we?
I don't. I was going to say. Don't know if it will be May though, because of what May.
Makes sense, but it's a bit weird that he calls.
Yes, it'd be a bit odd, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I feel like it should be Karen. Well, I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't
I'm
know.
going with your gut, Liam. Maybe that's
Okay.
where the Karen meme came from. Yes! Well done, well done. It was Karen.
Jennifer Connelly. Oh, okay.
What's she been in?
Now it says Karen is voiced by her. I didn't know that. And she's married to Paul Bettany, as it says, who plays Vision. So
Isn't that but that's Vision, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
his name. Paul Bettany. No, that's really cool.
Which singer has a cameo? Ooh,
That's
the
a
World
difficult
Unity.
one. I've never heard of
God.
any of them.
I've heard of Mary J. Blige, but I haven't heard of it. I know I might have heard of Macy Gray, but I haven't heard of the other one. I don't know. I'm trying to think. It's 2002. I don't know when Macy Gray and yeah, I'm going to say Mary J. Blige. I thought maybe the time period, but not. No. Nations football shirt. Oh, I think I know. It is Holland. He's in the Netherlands.
Holland.
Yeah.
Nice.
Helps. I only rewatched it a few days ago as well before I saw the film. What is the name of this girl? Oh, what is her name?
Could be any of these. Oh God, I'm gonna go for Maria. What do you think, Liam? Could be any of them.
I feel like it could be Ursula, but I don't know. I'm not certain.
I'm gonna go with your gut, Liam. Yeah.
Yes. I thought it was like a name that's not so. Oh. Again, I can't. Oh, that's interesting.
Probably go for Christian Slater. But what do you think? Nicolas Cage is starring in about 1 billion films, so he definitely wasn't in it. And John Travolta, I'm not being funny, he hasn't really been in anything good for years.
Yeah, it's probably Slater then, yeah.
What?
Well, there you go. I thought it could possibly be him. I thought it could
fair play. I was just trying to use logic with it, to be fair.
But there's some big names in that film, isn't there? Some big names.
Yeah, fair play to Nicolas Cage for not just doing mental crap films, actually being in an amazing film. Fair play to you, Cage.
That is Flash, isn't it? Yeah, Flash Thompson. Oh, sorry. What?
Let me try and guess it because I thought you know.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it would have been an easy guess for me as well because Ned's Ned, the fat guy, Harry Osborn's not even in this.
Yeah.
So in the MCU, so yeah, they didn't exist. What is the name? Oh, I think it's both.
I don't know. Probably.
Hey, I thought the Bronx Mangler, that's a mouthful. And Crusher Hogan, they're not going to use a WWE licensed wrestling name in a.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
In a 2002 Spider-Man film.
Ooh.
Which Spider-Man villain has been played or voiced by both Donald? Oh, good.
I'm guessing it's got to be the Prowler or the Scorpion, hasn't it?
What's your gut, Liam?
I'd say the Prowler.
Yes, yes. We might as well look at the facts. Or Ali voiced the Prowler in Into the Spider-Verse. Glover played a pre-costume version of his alter ego, Aaron. Oh yeah, he was in bloody Homecoming. I remember that.
Yeah, I knew he was in Homecoming. I just didn't know what his character's called.
Star Wars.
Did you see that? Yeah, Empire Strikes Back. Yeah. Because in the MCU, he loves Star Wars, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because do you remember one of the final shots of No Way Home? There's Peter has an Emperor Palpatine Lego figure with a Force lightning.
Oh yeah,
I don't know if you remember that. Yeah, that's quite
really
cool. It's new. Yeah.
What's his
initial? Oh my god.
What the hell? How are we meant? I'm gonna go for Peter B. Parker. What do you think? But what's your Peter Q. Parker? That doesn't sound right.
I'm guessing. Is this what Peter Parker's middle name would be? Yeah, I feel like it should be J, but I don't know.
Isn't his dad called James?
Oh, might be.
Oh god, what's your gut telling you? I'm not sure.
I'm gonna say J.
All right, let's go with that. Oh, it was B. Never mind. Which was the Brooklyn Bridge?
Is it? I don't know.
Ah,
What's the name of his teacher? Oh, what's his name?
you should know this one. Oh God, I think it's
Mr.
Mr. Star.
Is he?
Or no, it might be Mr. Harrington.
Yeah, I think Harrington or Conway. Harrington.
Yes.
There we go. Yep. What's the name of Spider-Man's Christmas album?
Fortnite.
Huh.
Don't know. I don't
I'm
know.
gonna say, it'd be funny if it's My Christmas Sense is Tingling.
What do you think? A very Spidey Christmas? Can't be this one. Has to be one of these. What's your gut?
Let's say Christmas Sense is Tingling.
Oh. We did more on that one. I mean,
we got over half, I guess.
That's one of our poorest performances in the quiz, even though it's Liam doing 99% of the work. It's
well, no, you got a fair few. You got a fair few.
Well, that was good banter anyway. So now, actually, Liam, if you're okay to entertain everyone for a few minutes, I'm going to go and fill up my jug. So,
okay. Well, actually, just trying to think. What could I say? Don't know. I'm just thinking about No Way Home still. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, like I said, I need to watch that again. Yeah, Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness. That's coming next, isn't it? I think. I imagine. So it's interesting. That was next, I think. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. I suppose it was interesting and a good change. I know I'm coming back to No Way Home again, but I don't know what else to talk about. But I guess it was interesting in a change that, as part of the plot in No Way Home, you know, Tom Holland's Peter doesn't want to kill the villains. You know, he doesn't want to send them to their fates that they end up having in their respective films. And yeah, it's interesting actually how, in a way, because they keep mentioning those films and what happened in them, it's like this film is a continuation of that in a sense, or you could say a sequel in a sort of. Kind of, but at the end of the day, it's just like they've chosen villains, and I guess the actors who portrayed them more, well, for certain ones like Green Goblin, and brought them back into this film. It's the multiverse, isn't it? So, you know, they can do what they want, and yeah, it's interesting. But again, it shows that Tom Holland's Peter is different to Toby and Andrew's. And that quiz mentioned that Andrew Garfield's Peter was more an emo version, and yeah, he was quite different. You know, that was the main Spider-Man films are more sort of mature than the.
I have taken over.
I'm just didn't realise I can unmute it. What are you doing, James?
Was my audio coming through then?
No, but you muted my mic for some reason. So your plan didn't work.
I thought that I could be heard in the waiting room because I'm the basically I had Liam muted and I was going, "This is the gaming channel." Blah 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 blah.
Nice try.
Do you want to finish your point?
No, I was just saying about how, because it said in that quiz about Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker being more of an emo one, and whereas like, and those films are more they're sort of more mature and sort of serious and a bit darker and less humorous than the Tobey Maguire ones. But then the Tobey Maguire ones, they sort of have that like quirkiness about them, and especially with certain like odd shots that they do. But then But then Tom Maguire's Peter is much more sort of, he's less confident and he's more awkward. His confidence gradually grows across the trilogy, but
well,
yeah.
he's insanely confident in Spider-Man 3 with the Venom.
Yeah.
Dancing in the middle of New York.
And he's confident at the start as well, actually, before the black suit, isn't he? And all that.
Yeah.
He's more confident. Because he even kisses Gwen Stacy, doesn't he?
Yeah, he kisses Willem Dafoe, doesn't he, in the mirror?
Oh, yeah, and when he says... Yeah, I mean, most of the memes come from Spider-Man 3, don't they? And
and
Bully Maguire.
With, you can't do this to me! And, you know, I'm something of a scientist myself. That one. So
Yeah.
Harry tells me a lot about you. You know, I'm something of a scientist myself. So,
yeah.
Good stuff right there.
Yeah.
And this is an underrated meme, but do you remember in Spider-Man 3 where they're having the coffee and the woman's like, how's your coffee? And James Franco's like, so good. So good. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah, I think I do. Yeah.
But it's really bizarre. It's funny, though.
I suppose it was a bit odd as well when Harry Osborn and MJ are doing the twist. I think it's the twist, is it? Like they're dancing briefly.
I don't remember that, but I imagine it would be a weird one.
It was a bit odd, but I guess, you know, I suppose it's like, it wasn't that. It was like fine, really, I suppose. Yeah.
Anyway, let's. Pardon me.
Is it a twist? I don't know, but they were dancing anyway.
They were twerking on the stage. Let's. So this is Phase the Space. It's a segment where we play GeoGuessr and see. Wait, what's going on? I'm guessing that's something in the background of yours.
Must be.
Right, so let's do this then. You know how GeoGuessr works, don't you?
Well, to be fair, I've never used it.
Okay. Basically, you look around and guess where you are in the world. The closer you get, the more points you get.
Okay.
Guess. I'm feeling a Peru vibe. I'm feeling a Peru vibe, man. Let's go around a bit, see what we can find. I'm getting a massive Peru vibe, Liam, or Ecuador. What do you think, Liam? Bloody hell, nice house here.
I mean, it could be, yeah. You never know. It could be Cuba. I don't know.
Let's zoom in a bit.
Really.
How do we zoom in? Whoops, I've zoomed in a bit too much. Let's zoom out. All right, then. So I'm gonna let's go near Ecuador. Let's go around here.
I suppose, sure.
No! Oh God, that was.
So that was in Europe.
Let's see where it was then.
Yeah, where is it? Can you?
Oh crap! It will just pop up on mind where it was. It's Arad County, wherever that is. Let's zoom out. Hold on. Oh. Hold on, let's just zoom in and see where it is. And how do I zoom in, man?
I don't know why it doesn't just tell you the country.
That's annoying.
Just trying to think.
All it does is just Arad County.
What's the place?
It just says Arad County. Hold on. Romania. Oh, okay. The answer is
Romania. Okay.
I wouldn't have guessed that in a million years.
No. Could have been many countries.
Oh man. All right. So I'm guessing somewhere in America straight away because the houses are spread a decent amount apart from each other.
Could be.
Let's look at some of the cars to see if it's America as well. They have quite a lot of cars. I mean, say if it's an MG, say if we saw an MGF or an MGB. I mean, we're almost guaranteed that we're either in China or the UK.
I think as well I think I saw a post box that was like outside the house as well, so that's American too, I think.
Yeah. Hi, mailman. So Mazda.
Oh, is that a basketball hoop as well? Yeah.
I think
Okay.
that's like
Surely this is
Chrysler.
the US then, yeah.
I think that's like a Chrysler Jeep. I'm not entirely sure. I'm probably wrong there.
Yeah, the number plates seem to look American as well. They're usually white, aren't they, I think?
And America is epic. Look how big these drives are. Look at how much space there is.
I know, it's such a big country though, isn't it? You know.
The space.
Yeah.
The houses. The cars. Liam, I know this is random to bring up, but you know, American people that I know, one of them is 19 and he drives a McLaren, not even rented. Can you believe that? Can you believe that?
What do you know whether it's a new McLaren or a nice one?
It looks fairly new. Not new, but I was like, bloody hell, who's, because they were showing me a video and I was like, bloody hell, who's is that McLaren? And then they were like, it's so and so's. And I was like, what? Well, Tommy was actually 18. I was like, he's driving a McLaren. And another great friend of mine has a massive Ford, which would be like 22k in the UK, but it's rented. So
still,
it's a massive Ford truck. Man, the space, the trees. It's so brilliant, man. The big lawns, my goodness. America is the place to be, unless I'm wrong, unless this is something.
Yeah, surely this is America, surely, yeah.
We can narrow that down.
The question is where in America, that's the thing.
I'm going to guess Kansas or Tennessee. But there's so many nice states, that's the thing. But how far away is Kansas to... Oh, bloody hell, they're not close to each other. Oh, damn. Screw it, let's just guess Tennessee, even though my first guess was Kansas. Kansas is sort of more built up. But it could be West Virginia.
Yeah,
Oh, it could
yeah,
be
I was thinking it could be Missouri, I don't know.
It was... Is this area?
Virginia, did it say? Virginia?
That would have been like my third guess. Yeah, Virginia, yeah, not West Virginia. Never mind, that wouldn't have been a guess. I would have gone for West Virginia.
Yeah, like I say, it's really difficult.
Yeah, we got 2,800 points. That's not too bad.
At least we're much closer that time, I guess.
Oh, this is interesting. This looks cool. Play. This looks like something out of a video game. This looks really cool.
Oh, on it.
I'm not knocking anyone. Fair play if you live wherever you live, but like, oh, hold on. It looks nice over there with the trees. Yeah. Could be Hawaii.
Does that say elephant camp? I don't know. Those signs.
Tickets office. Everything's really close together. Yeah, I think it could be Hawaii, man. I'm probably wrong. I'm probably going to look like a buffoon. But it may well be Hawaii.
It could be. Could be.
I feel like this is definitely an island. I don't think it's like a big country or anything. So the main guesses I'm thinking of is Madagascar or Hawaii.
Wait, there's a building back then, wasn't there? There's some foreign text on some of those signs. Don't know. I think there's a blue sign on that building on the right, a bit further down. That might have had some foreign text on it. And
we've got a flag here.
Oh yeah, there's a building here. Look at some foreign text.
That's definitely not Hawaii then.
Looks Asian, possibly. I think.
Could it be Dubai? Do you reckon?
I'm not sure about that.
Well, Dubai's a bit more built up in it, actually. Thinking about it.
It's where all the rich people go. All the millionaires and whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe it is in Asia then.
Well, let's zoom in a bit then. Let's see what we can find.
I mean, it might not be. Those signs could just be for... I don't know. Could just be...
Can't be Nepal, because Nepal's really cold, isn't it, for the most part?
I think...
No, I've been a buffoon. I think it's Thailand. I genuinely think it's Thailand. And look, the language, I'm going for Thailand.
It could be, because it said about an elephant camp as well. And they're like, there's a lot of... I think they like their elephants in Thailand, don't they? They have quite a few elephants. And
it doesn't look like it's Bangkok. It doesn't look as built up as that. It looks like it's near the sea because of the. I'm gonna go for Rayong. All right, let's go.
Sure.
Yes. Oh,
Oh,
we weren't
is it
too far
Thailand
off.
or is it the country that's behind that flag? Is it? Sorry.
It says what the heck? Okay, I'm just clicking on the. I'm just gonna hold on. I've got to try and find it. Oh damn it. Can you try and look up the? Oh wait, it doesn't come on your screen, does it? Well, it does, doesn't it? Here, there's a Lang Prabang, Lu Prabang province.
No, because I can't see the place.
Oh,
Can't see the
okay.
name of the place. I can just see the map how far away we are, where the flag is, and
Oh, okay. I'm just going to copy and paste the location, then I'll try and find it.
yeah, sure, yeah. So
Let's
the
see what
flag seems to be covering the country name, I think.
Well, the annoying thing is it won't let me bloody zoom in. Or let's just guess what it is the next time. I'm gonna. Hold on. Let's just zoom in on Asia again. I just want to see if we can find the country next to it. Whoops. Where's Thailand? Thailand. So it looks like the country would have been Laos.
Yeah,
it
that's
was.
what I was thinking in my head, yeah. Because of the short name, and it looked like it, yeah. Must be that then.
So let's guess what this is anyway. Trees. If it wasn't for these types of houses, I'd honestly guess like a really isolated part of Wales. But all these fences, you just don't see. It isn't in the foresty areas of Wales. It's not this open. It's usually there's a lot more trees next to each other, and they're a lot more bushy and they have more leaves on them. I think this could be Canada or America. I feel. Hold on. Could be the UK. Could be possibly. But the drives are really big. But it looks a bit like a holiday home. This.
I think it might be a bigger country than the UK.
Probably. Let's see what cars they have. No, they've put the net over that car. The bloody. Let's go the other way then. Hold on. They've got a. That looks like a Fiat or something, or one of those Citroen, what they call Berlingos. Oh, come on. Can I zoom in a bit? Oops. That looks like a UK car. Oh no, it might not be. Oops. This one's difficult for me, Liam. I'm a bit stuck.
It's difficult.
Maybe because it's so hot, the leaves have fallen down, and it's Texas. I don't know. What do you reckon? But the thing is, I feel like Texas wildlife, there'd be a lot more sand and stuff.
I don't know. I was thinking it could be Canada, like you said, but I don't know though whether it's.
Well, let's just go for an isolated. Oh no! Don't guess. No. Guess the middle of the sea. All right. Hold on. No. Don't guess. I'm gonna go for somewhere in Canada. Or it could be like Estonia or someplace in Europe. You never know.
Could, yeah.
Should we go for that? Because you wouldn't imagine they'd have America on here twice, or are you confident it's America?
Well, it's. I mean, it'd be North America again, but it is a different country. But I mean, yeah, if you want to go for somewhere in Europe, then sure.
Where's Estonia? Here we go. I'm just going to go for Estonia. YOLO.
Sure.
Okay, we were.
France.
We were more right to go for this than America, so I wouldn't have guessed France for anything like that.
Yeah.
So, all right, this is England. I'm sorry. This is England or Wales. Straight away, I can just tell. What do you think, Liam? The roads, that it's like one of these country areas where there's no markings on the roads. And hold on, this doesn't look very England to me.
Yeah.
Parts don't look very. Never mind, I've got it wrong. This is another difficult one as well. Let's go for.
I don't know. I feel like it could be somewhere in Europe again.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. It could be somewhere like Holland or Germany, perhaps.
Might as well go for Holland.
Yeah, sure. So it'll be Netherlands, yeah.
Not Amsterdam. Let's guess the middle of nowhere. Oh, I'm guessing it's probably like here.
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
I was still Europe. I was Finland. Okay, I think
that was man. Finland looks absolutely fantastic. I thought it would have looked a little bit cold. Wow. Oh shit!
Might still be.
I lost the score. Let's see if I can go back. View summary. All right then. That's not. That's not too bad. Game breakdown. I think we did all right overall.
Yeah, not too bad. Like I say, a few times we were in the same. What's it called? The same continent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely did right there.
Which is good. Let's just start. Yeah, not too bad. I mean, when you look at it like that, it looks like we weren't far away from all of them, doesn't it? Apart from the one where we thought it was South America and it was in Europe.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
3 of them were in Europe.
Well, that was a good game. So now let's move on to legit or a bit. So I guess you don't have one, or do you have one?
No, I don't have one, I'm afraid.
Okay. So this is my legit or a bit. I once spent 12 minutes locked in a toilet, locked in a disabled toilet at college.
At college?
Yeah. So it was on level 2. Or do you want to ask any questions? Or do you want to ask why I was in there for 12 minutes?
I mean, it might seem like a bit of a stupid question, but how did you, I don't know, lock yourself in, or how did you end up being in there for 12 minutes?
I turned the lock and locked myself in.
And you just couldn't unlock it? Or
No, I stayed in there. So the reason I was in there for 12 minutes was because I ran out of toilet paper. It was a very, very, basically, it was a situation where I needed a lot of toilet paper, is my point. I was really stressed and just really stressed out because I had to redo maths and English, and I was getting home at 6:30 every night, and it was just all so new to me. I wasn't told it'd be anything like this. I thought it'd just be one subject on level, like it'd just be English on level 2. Then if I passed English and got onto level 3 and got decent grades on level 2, I'd get onto level 3. So I was just really stressed out, and also I was eating loads of burgers as well. I was eating like 3 burgers a week, which isn't really that good for you. Also, I was having KFC occasionally as well. Basically, I was just eating absolute utter rubbish. I also actually wanted to put some weight on as well, because once the knuckle injury happened, I sort of thought to myself, "Oh man, I just want to bulk up a bit now," because I've been like, at the time I was 12. Well, I'm the lightest now I've ever been in years, but at the time I thought, oh, it's more masculine to weigh more, even if you're eating shit food. So I thought I'm gonna bulk, and I thought, even though I was eating shit food, so I pretty much eating all that crap food, I got to a pretty decent weight that I wanted to be at. I think I got to like 185, 187. Anyway, that's besides the point. I needed toilet paper, but I was too embarrassed to because I didn't have anyone's phone numbers. So I didn't really ask for anyone's phone number on them, apart from one dude, because I went to his party once, and I had to have his phone number to be like, oh, what's going on? I did get a few other people's phone. Actually, no, I can't remember if I did get people's phone numbers on level 2. Anyway, point being, I had to call people on Messenger. And so the first time I called someone, they put the phone down, and then I just called another person, and then they put the phone down because it was the middle of the lesson. And then I thought, all right, this is ridiculous. I'm just going to have to message them this, because I thought like they're going to screenshot this message and it's going to look stupid. But I just said, can you ask the teacher to get some toilet paper out of this cupboard? Because there's this cupboard in the block that we were in that had all sorts of stuff in it, and toilet paper was one of them. There wasn't any toilet paper in the bloody disabled toilets. The reason I went in the disabled toilets was because I preferred, it was just really, really big in there, but sadly I don't know, they just didn't have any toilet paper. And yeah, eventually, well, after I messaged them over message, like typed it out, one person came and knocked on the door and gave me some toilet paper, and I wiped my arse, and that was that. So yeah, then I was out. Any more questions about it?
No, I guess you've basically answered everything. So you were in the toilet during a lesson, were you?
Yeah. I was like, "Can I go to the toilet, please?"
Okay, yeah.
Because in between, if I'd done it after the, so that you knew how it was at college. Your college, you go out for a little break or whatever. You might have 15 minutes in the next lesson. I thought if I go out in that 15 minutes, I'm going to look like a right mug going in there. So I thought, well, the block's empty. I might as well go to that toilet. And also, I struggle to go to the toilet with like when I'm, sitting in if I'm doing a poo, sitting in the cubicle. It's just more of a struggle with people in there talking and babbling on about stuff. And if you do a loud poo or make a loud fart, you might look a bit stupid. So I remember once I did a massive poo in the cubicle, and one of my friends was like, "Fucking hell, that sounds like you're making cereal in there, bro. It sounds like cereal's being poured into the toilet." And I was like,
"Oh no." Okay, I'm going to say it is true.
Yes!
Oh, let's say.
Bollocks, Liam!
I was tempted to say it was false. I was tempted to just.
When you see one, reckon that's a real thumb. Yes! Finally, I trumped the Liam. Because I don't think I've ever beaten you at legit orbit before. So I might have one time. It was George who's beaten. George is the master.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's a load of bullshit. Thought it'd be quite fun. It's a funny one.
Yeah, I was tempted to go the other way and say false, but I don't know. I thought it seemed pretty plausible, but there you go.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I guess we move on to the final thing, which is news. Have you got any news, Liam, or no?
Don't know. Don't know. I can't think of anything. I've gone a bit blank at the moment. Do you have anything?
No, not really. There's not really anything interesting going on. Yeah, not really anything happening. So I guess there probably are stories out there, but I just can't think off the top of my head. So I guess we can just skip to talking about things we've got planned then. How is the Lego Star Wars, the video game review coming on? Is anything happening, or is it still at the moment?
I need to get back to it, but at the moment I'm working on the highlights for the the Halo CE multiplayer stream we did.
I bet that's a murder to get through, man, because it's like, isn't it like 2 hours, 2 3/4 hours?
It is, yeah.
Bloody hell.
I'm getting there. I'm close to the end of that stream now, and so then I'll have all the clips, and then I can decide on like which ones to get rid of and so on. But hopefully, I'll have the highlights video up soon. Then I might go on to highlights for the Halo 2 multiplayer. I'll have to see. But yeah, I'm gonna try and be more active on the channel. And
is there a lot of funny moments in there or not?
In the Halo C multiplayer stream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it should be good. Yeah, it'll be good to watch back the Halo 2 multiplayer stream as well. And then, of course, I still need to get back to the point I got to in Arkham Origins as well.
You should have done my coin flip that I said on the stream. Jack and Dax are the precursor legacy in Halo 3.
I thought, like I said, I thought you meant like heads or tails, like I continue or I don't, but
yeah, it's because I paused the video and then I typed that like 2 minutes later.
Okay.
That was quite funny though.
Mm.
Are you still looking forward to playing the precursor legacy? Or
oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing those. Yeah, and I will soon.
Good stuff, man. Halo 3 is the big one though. There's some absolutely phenomenal. There's 2 of the best Halo missions ever in that. Honestly, it's such a shame Halo Infinite doesn't have co-op campaign yet, but it'll be cool. I'll try and I've got gold membership now on my Xbox One for now. But I'll probably re-get it because me, you, and the rest of the squad, we play it. Well, I play games that I've got on Xbox, so, decent banter.
Yeah. I mean, before Halo 3, I at least want to watch the Halo CE and Halo 2 legendary endings. And then I want to try and just maybe replay a few missions in Halo 2 as well, in my own time. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Yes. I was going to say as well, how you bought Crash Insane Trilogy and Battlefield Beginning but Unrehydrated on Steam?
Yeah.
Don't you have the Insane Trilogy on Xbox One?
I have both games on Xbox One, but the thing is, I just prefer streaming on PC as they were discounted, and I just like having it all in front of me. And also, basically, I'll have to look there. That's where my TV is. So my mic, it'd be really difficult to angle it. So it'll sound like I'm talking away from the mic for like hours.
Oh yeah, it sounds like you're further away. Yeah.
Yeah. So
fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. What have you got planned?
I'm trying to finish Doctor Who, the DW fan series episode 4.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to improve my editing. I'm trying to get good at masking things in Final Cut so I don't have to mask things in Photoshop for the brick films. And I'll try and mask some stuff in GIMP. I'm trying to learn how to keyframe as well, because masking and keyframing, they're just those little things that can make your videos look even more professional, especially keyframing. That's so important. They're not vital. Like, you can still make amazing videos without them, but if you want to make the videos look really good, they're quite important to have. I'm also going to try and screen record some things for edits on because I'm not going to mention this on stream, but I've got a big video planned. I think I've talked about it before. As you know, I might have not, but basically it's an iceberg for this channel. And then the next video after that is an investing guide, which which investing guide is next. And then after that, it's a documentary that I've come up with. So they're the next big projects. And the side projects are the eating challenge we talked about. Mm-hmm. And I've got my own personal challenge that I'm going to do while I'm on holiday. Mm-hmm. So they're the main thing.
When are you on holiday?
Easter time. And also there's I've got some brick films planned as well. I'm going to show you the set I've got set up. Hold on. That's the good thing about this sort of camera. So the good old Logitech. So here we go. Here's the set. This is Hippie's house, or whatever you want to call it. This set is going to get ripped down and changed. I'm going to be working on a Star Wars brick film soon. So yeah, should be a good one. I don't have enough bricks to make it. It's going to involve the clone troopers. I don't have enough bricks to make a base. So what I'm going to do is build like walls at the side of this base plate at each side, and it'll basically be clones in a base. I've got a few clone brick films planned, to be honest. So yeah, nice. Basically everything I'm working, and I'm going to try and make my MMA videos a bit better. I'm going to try and use StreamYards to record them, but then like download the MMA videos and then edit them. So I've got a lot more planned. Like, I have got some short videos planned as well. Like, that Beluga in 20 seconds video I did. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna try and do more of them. So like, I'm gonna try and do X YouTuber in 20 seconds or Y YouTuber in 20 seconds, and those will probably be the shorter content on our. That'll probably be the shorter content on ALP. But I'm gonna try and focus more on bigger videos, just because mentally, I'm starting to care less and less about views and more about quality. Really, I know you might think, oh, well, why are you doing YouTubers in X amount of minutes, or not in X amount of minutes, in X amount of seconds? Well, I just find it funny, and it's a good little cheeky bit of short content to get out there.
Mm.
So yeah, that's pretty much it, really. Yeah, I'm mad hyped for the Jack and Daxter Precurse Legacy stream whenever that comes about, though. It's definitely going to be the easiest one for you to play, because it wasn't a piece of piss to get through, but like it was just like a chill time playing it. While Jack 2, I've heard Jack 3 is a lot better in difficulty aspects. But Jack 2, man, honestly, some of that fucking pissed me off. Especially one of the final missions where if you run out of ammo, you basically can't do the mission and there's no ammo crates. And the checkpoints are absolutely aggravating. It wasn't the angriest I've got at games, because I managed to cool my head when it comes to certain really difficult games, but I was quite angry. I was like, the game doesn't condition you to be dealing with difficult things. It's like one mission's a piece pissed, and the next mission's like. And the issue is the things you're doing in the mission isn't necessarily difficult. It's the checkpoints, which are it's next level ungenerous bollocks.
Oh, shame.
It's just like you have to do all this stuff all over again. And then you get to the section where you're like, shit, I struggled on this, but you can't do that over and over and over again because you have to do so much to get to that section. So you pretty much get that one chance to do it. And then you can't practice that section over and over and over and over again. So that's what makes Jack 2 so hard. And sometimes a bit unenjoyable, but it is mad satisfying to complete a mission. It's literally like I've won the UFC title and my heart's beating, and I'm like, yes, I've completed the mission. I think I've never celebrated so much than when I've completed some hard Jack 2 missions. I've been like, yes! Like Jesse Pinkman. I've never celebrated that much ever. Like, even when I've got no scopes on Halo, I've been like, yes, brilliant. I've never gone that mad at celebrating. Oh, wait, no, I have actually. Tell a lie. The Fortnite. When me, Ben, and Scott won 3 Fortnite games in a row, I was going quite mental. And my sister was talking to one of her friends, and I didn't realise, and I was just saying, get the fuck in there! Yes! And then my sister said, my friend was like, what was that? And it's like, imagine.
Oh, God.
At least it wasn't raging, because my sister said that her friend said, oh, yeah, my brother's like that, except he's raging at the games and not happy that he won a game. So at least it's a positive victory scream. That's the main thing. Do many of your siblings celebrate a lot on video games, or are they not that? Do they not celebrate that much?
Not much, really.
Have you ever celebrated like mad when you've won, or?
I guess a bit, I suppose, and I suppose maybe with games where there's like something really hard or whatever, and then I finally complete it, because it's just satisfying, isn't it? Like you it's just like a really hard mission, and then you keep dying, or it's just taking so many attempts, and then you finally do it, and you're like, oh, glad that's over, or you're like, yes, or whatever, or it's like, I'm just trying to think back, for example, when I was streaming Crash 4 and I was doing one of the last levels, and there was that ridiculously hard section with the lasers.
Yeah, that was. I was going to say you had to alternate between all the masks
as well, yeah. Because I remember I spent most of one of the streams actually trying to do that level. That was how ridiculous it was. And then, yeah, I guess I was so relieved when I actually managed to get past it. But then I ended up doing it again because I wanted to do the other version of the level where you play as another character for a bit and you find out why this thing happened in the level because this character caused it. And so I had to do it again, but then I eventually got past that as well. But yeah.
Fair dues. Well, yeah, I guess we can wrap up very nicely there. Oh, wait, there was one thing I was going to ask. Do you want to watch the Halo CE and Halo 2 Legendary ending, or are you not that fussed?
What now?
Yeah. It'd be
Oh.
cool to get your reaction.
Sure, okay. Fine, yeah.
Just trust me, man. Halo C and Halo 2, especially Halo 2, it's next level difficult to do the Legendary endings, even with 2 players, because in Halo... In C, you do get time to react to things, but the game isn't really that generous with ammo, so you have to be really tactical. But yeah, there we go. So this is the first one then. Here we go. Go away. Not my footage, not my footage, not my footage. YouTube just wants everyone to buy premium. That's all it is. But I am not buying premium. They can
it costs like £13 a month or something, doesn't it?
That's ridiculous. They can
Crazy, yeah.
They can stick up their arse, man. I'd rather stick around. Would you like to watch the ending again?
We're cutting it close.
Sorry? What you mean? Watch this bit again?
Yeah. Would you like to watch the ending again, or would you like to skip to the end of the Legendary ending?
I'll just watch the whole thing.
Q. All right.
Can you full screen it? Yeah, if that's all right. Yeah, thanks.
Here we go.
Come here, you mother.
This is it, baby.
So that's the Legendary ending of Halo 1.
Was that it?
Yeah, Sergeant. Well, I mean, it was 2001. Sergeant Johnson and the Big League. I mean,
what? So they were fighting, and then they made up
at the very last second. Yeah, you know, because
it kind of seems odd. I mean,
we're gonna die.
I guess.
You know, they probably weren't thinking to themselves like, "We're going to do a sequel in 3 years." They're probably thinking this could be the only game, so we might as well just add this little thing in for completionists. This is their reward.
Maybe.
You know, and I'd sort of wanted you to watch this before you played Halo 2, because you'd think, how the fuck did Sergeant Johnson survive? Like, the ring just blew up. How did he survive that? But Guilty Spot can teleport people. So,
wait, so we thought he died in Halo CE, but when did we last see him in Halo CE?
He was with Captain Keyes and he got overrun by a flood.
Oh, could you just hear him on the comm link or something? Or hear him on
you know, when you pick up the Marine, you did the mission without me. It's when you pick up the Marine's headset, CCTV.
Oh, yeah. And then you see, and then the flood are introduced.
Yeah. It's the final time you see Captain Keyes before he...
Oh. But he did survive. Okay.
What is the Legendary ending? Hold on, let's... Oh, you know, on my stream of Halo 2, I actually flew the Banshee in there and fought Tartarus in a Banshee.
Oh, cool.
I didn't even know that was possible. But basically, for all like the crevices and all these difficult areas to get through, I managed to get a Banshee through. All this, I somehow got the Banshee through. Oh, and yeah, right.
What's that?
A beacon. What's it doing?
Communicating at superluminal speeds with the frequency of
Communicating with what?
the other installations.
Show me.
Fail-safe protocol. In the event of unexpected shutdown, the entire system will move to standby status. All remaining platforms are now ready for remote activation.
Remote activation? From here?
Don't be ridiculous.
Listen, Tinkerbell, don't make me.
Then where? Where would someone go to activate the other rings?
Why the Ark? Of course.
And where, Oracle, is that?
We've got a new contact, unknown classification. It isn't one of ours. Take it out.
This is Spartan 117.
Anyone hear me? Over.
Isolate that signal. Master Chief, you mind telling me what you're doing on that ship?
Sir, finishing this fight.
Silence fills the empty grave now that I am gone. But my mind is not at rest, for questions linger on. I will ask, and you will answer.
All right. Shoot.
So which bit was the legendary ending?
Cortana.
That bit at the end?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought I remember that bit though. So maybe
Is
not.
that actually happening in Halo 2?
That's what I feel like. I feel like the legendary stuff was the stuff at the start, no? I don't know.
No, I'm pretty sure that I do remember. Oh, I don't know.
And then maybe the bit. I could be wrong. Maybe the bit where after as well, where the person on the ship's talking to Chief. Well, I don't know. Maybe that wasn't part of the legendary ending, though. I don't know.
Well, that's in the original. No. I swear,
okay.
no. People were pissed off because the original game ended there. So I'm pretty sure that was the legendary ending with Cortana. Because he's like, "Sir, finishing this fight," and then that's the end.
Okay, I thought I just remember it ending with Cortana and that thing, but
Oh no, I'm
does it say? Have they said in the description like what's the legendary bit or not? Or...
Yeah, we watched it legendary ending 6 years ago. I'll just check the description.
Have they said like what the legendary ending is in that video?
No, nothing in the description. Whoops, nothing in the description.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's all that Cortana bollocks at the end. Yeah, it is. It's that Cortana stuff.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Hmm.
Oh shit! The camera's totally. Hold on.
I was going to tell you, but I thought that you noticed before.
There we go. We can pretty much nicely wrap up there then. So, thank you all so much for watching, and yep, have a good one. See ya later.
See ya.
Actually, Liam, could you say, this is the gaming channel, and that is all. Or this was the ALP podcast, and that is all. Come on, Liam.
This was the ALP podcast, and that is all.
Legendary.